So, Keiran, a big day of football there, 2 wins, pretty much identical. The first one, AOC League, 3 points. What did you make of that one?
Yeah, unbelievable. I think the players stood up. We said to them before, we know that they probably don't want to be in that team, but that's no disrespect to the team that we played against because they're a good side. And my players, our players, stood up and they were counted for. I think going 3-0 up, they were cruising. Obviously, they were always going to come into the game. The conditions help at our age, we all know about that. But no, they were fantastic. I think Mackenzie Dixon, by the way, absolutely led from the front there as a captain. I could not fault him. I thought they were magnificent.
Yeah, brilliant captain's display from Maka there. What have you made of his season so far?
Yeah, it's a little bit hit and miss. He's had a couple of opportunities. I mean, we haven't had many games in this league, and that's probably where he's going to play his most of his football. But if he plays like that today, he'll give us a little headache. I think that he's done really well. Yeah, I'm proud of him today. I think that he came out his shell and he led from the front, and that's what we need.
Can you now put up a real fight in that league as well as the National Football Youth League now?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I think that anybody that we were to put in that team will be strong. The AOC we won a couple of years ago, so we want to win it again. I'm not going to lie. We want to win as many games as football as possible, and it is about development. But in the two leagues that were highlighted, the Under-19s National Football Youth League and the AOC League, I really want to have a go in it.
And this afternoon, the second game against Swindon in the Cup, you through to the next round. What is the feeling like?
Absolutely elated, Jake. Honestly, I can't express how proud I am, and not just of the game, of the education program today. I mean, I've said that to the boys. Like, I am the proudest man on the planet today, for the pure reason I've got lads singing in the stand. No doubt that we'll get a video out of that because they were unbelievable. We've won a game in the AOC League, and then we've stood up against another side that's very, very strong, and we're unbeaten in their league, and we've dominated.
And you mentioned the lads in the stand there, everyone down to support their team today. How did that atmosphere help the team today?
For me, that's what it's all about. That's the whole point of the education programme. Without that today, we don't get 2 wins. And I firmly believe that. It gives you a good buzz. Surely it gives the lads a good buzz. But seriously, I want to say a massive shout out to the second years because they drove that today. They drove that.
Yeah, it's a brilliant atmosphere. It sounded amazing from the stand as well. But back to the game now. It was a bright start. 2 goals up after 15 minutes. What do you make of the start?
Yeah, really good. Like I always go back to it, the analysis session is the key. They did exactly what we asked. We had a quick start. They travelled a long way, so we've got at them early. Got at them, scored 2 great goals in the first 15 minutes. Tom Fleet at this moment in time, every time he goes to on goal, I think he's going to score. And for me, it's brilliant as a coach because you think, right, we need to get it to him. But the boys helped out and they dug in as well as him.
And you mentioned Thomas Fleet there, his hat-trick, sensational performance. But man of the match, Kondwani, he was also sensational. What have you got to say on his performance?
Kondwani today did both sides of the game really well. Dropping on second balls, every time one of their midfielders had a touch on the ball, he was around them. In possession, he made his take, he played on the half turn. He knows that he's got to scan a little bit more. We've spoke about that. But in terms of having somebody in that central part of the pitch who dominates the game, that's where it can be won and lost sometimes. And he bossed it in there.
And again, substitutions in all departments, every single one of them contributing to that win. What did you make of them coming on?
I think this is the beauty of the education programme at the moment. I look round to Mark and we look round to Jack and we turn round at the bench and we just went, wow, what a bench that we've got. Bringing Matty Agon, by the way, in any game is massive. He came on, he did a massive job for us. I want to give another shout out to Toby Kazulagout because, wow, he was solid for us at an edgy part of the game where he made the right decisions, made good passes, he made good tackles, he won his headers. Yeah, really good from the substitutes.
And what were the key factors in just getting by through into the next round there?
Key factors just being together. I think 2 goals are avoidable, but that's in football. We know up at our age, if you kick one way, you've got a massive advantage, and they're always going to come at us. It was how we withstood that pressure. And yeah, they were magnificent. To a man today, they were absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant determination from the team out there. What do you think of the absolute resilience to drag through as a team to the very end.
Yeah, in both games. Both games. Me and Mark had a training session on Monday. We spoke about and worked on something with the boys, and I think that it come to fruition today. I think that it came out in what we wanted. I'm not going to tell you because if people watch it, but no, seriously, I think that the boys are really buying into what we're trying to get out of them, and today was a collective effort, and everybody on the programme needs to be proud.
One of your favourite match days of the year?
One of my favourite in the education programme, that's saying something.
Perfect. What a day of football.
Cheers, thank you, Jake.